Hi, family. Hi,
Okay.
family.
Try to keep it light while keeping it real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Selina Zinchuk. My channel is about DIY, natural hair, and beauty. If that's something that interests you, come on and join the family. I love saying that intro.
I know you
Memorize
do.
it. And I know
It just
so many of
rolls.
you guys also love saying it with along with me. But today's video, as you guys will see from the title, I don't know how we're going to title this video. We are bringing you guys a little bit into our life. This is a video that I never wanted to make. I never thought of making it, and I just thought it was going to be something which will continue to be my private life. But being that my life is no more private, I'm on social media.
No, none of our lives are private.
Yes. And I keep getting a lot of hate comments concerning my daughter here, Sonia. As you guys know, she and I started this channel together, and then Aurora is now creeping in a little bit because I'm also going to start her hair journey when she reached 5 years old. But Sonia and I started this hair channel, and for those of you guys who've been following us from the beginning of this channel, you will know how short Sonia hair was, even with videos and things like that. But some people, some of my subscribers who join in a little
Later.
bit later, yes, who didn't know our journey, they keep giving out hate comments, and I don't really
Are they hate comments or just negative?
Okay, yeah, let's say negative comments.
Okay.
I don't really reply to negative comments. I just, if I do reply, I reply in a nice way because I don't love fighting with anyone, and I don't love to ruin anyone. People who know me, they know Selena is always a nice person and things like that. But it just been getting so much, except you, because you are troublesome.
And you're mean to me.
No, I'm not mean to you. You are just troublesome. I am all. You always start the fight.
Girls, who hit first?
Oh, come on. It's not talking about hate. We joke.
Got hit again.
Hitting.
On
But he
camera that
always
time.
start the fight. Oh, really? You want us to go deep into other things?
I'm pretty sure that whoever hits
I would
first
start
starts the
keeping
fight.
camera around the house. I don't hate you, except this one.
Okay.
People look at
So,
hate in a different way. Clarify that now, please. When you say hate.
are you saying HATE or HIT?
Taste. You know he loved my accent, right? It's my
Yes, I
accent.
do.
One of the things that draw him to me. Oh, one of it.
It's
But
just fun to pick and play.
yeah, my husband and I we joke a lot. If you are taking this to be too serious, I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I apologize. So what was I?
You were
From
talking
the
about the
negative
negative
comments.
comments. Yep.
Yes, we get some negative comments, not a lot, because a lot of you guys love us, you love our DIYs. Many of you guys appreciate how thankful you are for the recipes that I share with you, and it's just helping your family and yourself grow your hair. But apart from that, we also get some negative comments, and most of those negative comments are hate against my daughter, which I just cannot stand anymore, which is just too much. Attack me all you want, fight with me all you want. You can say whatever you want.
Don't touch my
But when
kids.
you try to bring it on my kids, then you're taking it to another level. Because I would never do that to your kid. No matter what an evil person you are, I would never attack a kid. I would never bring that to your kid. So leave my kid out of this. And she's just a very nice and beautiful girl. And sometimes if she see those comments, she gets sad over it. So we kind of cut everything right here, get it done, because we should all move on. I am not someone who keep grudge for a long time. My husband and myself,
Thank
his
goodness.
family called us.
It's
We
only
had
so
two
long.
kids.
Only so long I can sleep on the couch.
You have never slept on the couch before.
I slept on an air mattress
When did you sleep on an air mattress?
while she was in your tummy. You slept on the couch.
I slept on the couch. You slept on a mattress.
Yes.
But my husband and I, we are two kids. Because we will have an argument today within an hour, 2 hours. You see us playing as if to say nothing happened. And sometimes our family doesn't understand it. They just take things to be too
Too
serious.
serious.
But
Too
they
serious.
don't know.
With the painting, it always it takes time.
It takes time.
It doesn't matter how sincere the apology is, because men, if any men are watching, we're always wrong. It doesn't matter if you think you're right. If God up above knows that you're right, we're still wrong. Just enough said. That's all there is to it. And in our wrongness, well, with my wife, it takes time for that wrongness to really settle into me so that I know how wrong I was.
Yes. An hour. Couple of minutes. 2 hours.
It all depends. Depends on the severity of the wrongness.
Yeah, but you don't always do something very, very bad. Sometimes you peak so much and get me on my nerve,
Yes.
but nothing extremely bad. So,
If I can get her to smile, that takes some chunks off of the time.
oh, he got jokes. He got the talks. My husband got the talks. He got
She
the
likes
words.
she likes my dry humor.
He knows
a lot of you who
how
might not
to.
understand my dry humor. I got some negative feedback in previous videos.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I'm very sarcastic. I've got a lot of dry humor, and
Okay.
sometimes I can be, and I can be picky and everything. But it's all in jest. It's all in
Yes.
fun.
His jokes can be sometimes very hard.
And
If you don't understand, you would just take it to be something else. But yes, so this is what's been going on with my daughter. Now, this is something that we want to address and get it out there in the public, get it out. Because sometimes we want to make videos and say things, but there are certain things we also don't want to say because this haven't been out yet. So we just work around it, or I just don't want to say tell tell some of the negative comments exactly what it is. But the true story is, drum roll. My husband, Brian Steven Zinchuk, is the dad to Sonia, but it is not Sonia's father. It's out there. Now you guys get it.
I met Sonya for the very first time in Gastonia, North Carolina, when she was the age of 5.
Yes.
And that's the same time that I first met Selina, just in case you guys get any ideas.
Yes.
No, that's the first time I ever saw her eating a bag of popcorn, staring at me across the table. Who is this guy?
Yeah. At the age of
Right.
5. My husband and I got together when Sonia was at the age of 5. Now, you guys are wondering, how did that happen? I was a world traveler, and Sonia was my little handbag. I travel all around the world, and I travel along with Sonia. So for that time, I came to visit my uncle in North Carolina, and as my daughter is my handbag, she's with me everywhere. I never leave her behind. So she and I flew over from Ghana to the USA together to see my uncle. Now, my uncle, this is someone who been in the US over 35 years. I've never met him. This is my mother brother. So he and I, for somehow we got in contact when I was an adult, and we been communicating. And he was like, "I've never met you. Your sister is my older sister, and just family communications." I was like, "Okay, um, probably next vacation I will come over to visit you." And that's how that happened. No, first when I came to visit my grandparents in 2012, I wasn't able to meet him, but was communicating before then. And then I had to run back because of my company back in Ghana. I had to run there to handle things, so I wasn't able to meet him. So then when I decided to plan a trip, probably a year later or so, yeah, it was some years later, I decided to come back, but this time come directly to him to meet him. So I came with Sonia to meet him. And there when I met my husband. And when I met my husband, Sonia was 5 years, so she was very young. She don't remember much right now. But if you guys want to see the part two of this video, then head over to the Zinchuk family channel because we will be making part two of this video. And Sonia will come within the scene for us to continue this conversation. So my husband met Sonia when she was 5, and this gonna be another video because people thought we're crazy. Both of us fell in love because the relationship between Sonia
That could be a
father and
whole
I, yes,
whole nother video on the
and that
Zinchuk
long
family
long before.
about
So
us
yes, so I
about
was a
us
single
meeting.
mother at that time, but when I met my husband, we fell in love and we got married within what, 3 months?
See, you're letting all the
No,
secrets
I'm
out.
not letting all out
That's a
yet.
big
I'm just
secret.
giving some out, just a little bit. If they want to know more, then they will request that video. Then
Okay.
we can go in detail on that. But he taught Sonia how to ride a bike. He taught he
I'm the heavy.
had
I'm the heavy on Sonya. I'm strict as far as your homework, as far as making sure that she's always on top of her books. If there's a bad grade or anything like that, that's what we focus on.
we should never get bad grades. That's
Not any.
the
No,
way you do.
she's hit a B here and there,
Yes,
which isn't a bad grade,
but
but she
that's
takes
how
it very
we classify.
seriously.
Yeah, bad
And
grades.
right, so
Now
I'm
she's
the
strictly all A's.
yes she
She
is.
gets so much certificates. She's
Well,
in
she just got invited to the beta club at school today. She brought home a paper with that. I was very excited with that. So she's excelling with that.
yes, she's a straight A student and touch wood. So many people, probably some people will want to know, okay, things with Sonia Palachika father. Sonia Palachika father, he's a Ghanaian citizen, but birth birth nationality Indian. So Ghanaian and Indian. And yes, so Sonia is not the
So Sonia doesn't have any Caucasian lineage.
no, she doesn't.
Her background is Liberian
African, yep, like Liberian as her mother.
and then Indian.
Yes. So that's it.
There you go. The cat's out of the bag.
There you go. The cat is out of the bag, and
So no more comments about her hair being straight because of me.
yes, no more comment about her hair growing super long because of that. Because I live within the Indian family for probably a decade, and I know about their tradition. After I also research and study and know a lot about that, I have a lot of Indian friends and people who the Indians, many of them have long hair that will grow. Some they have to struggle for it, and even because of that, they use Ayurvedic herbs, they use oils, they use things for their hair to grow. So people who say that, oh, she just have naturally long hair because her dad is white, you're wrong. You are very very wrong. Because I also have a
I'm
lot of
not white.
Indian subscribers, Caucasian.
I'm not white.
A lot of
That's
Indians.
another story,
Oh
too.
my goodness.
Whenever the solicitor came to the house and sat there and looked at me and did
Yeah,
all
my
that,
husband is someone he doesn't
Oh.
look at color.
we don't do
He
color.
don't. Yes, we don't
That's
do
the
it.
problem with the world today. Too much color.
Yes, especially
If
when
we were
we're on
all just
social.
one color, then what would we fight about then? Who's taller? Who's
Who's
shorter?
short?
Fatter? Uglier? I don't
Yes,
know.
but
I
we
mean,
get
do
that
anyway.
comments a lot. Her hair is long because her dad is white, so that's why she have long hair. And we look at those comments sometimes. It's painful a little bit, but I'm not gonna go and fight with you over that. You know, now probably you guys gonna say, okay, her hair is long because she's Indian. Oh yeah, my hair is long because I'm something and I'm African. Mother African, father African. So it just left with your routine the time you take into growing your hair, patience, and using the right ingredients, and also pray over it.
Absolutely. Power and prayer.
Yes. So this is it, family. If you guys want to see the part two of this video, get Sonia into it, then we will post the part two on our Zinchuk family channel. And it's just feel like a heavy weight just went on me
Good.
because
Now you have more freedom.
more freedom. And this is also good for Sonia because she didn't know. She forgot. She forgot everything. Even her father was not into her life at that time, as she can't remember anything. She don't remember anything. All she remembered that when that Brian was her father and her dad. And that's a difference between a dad and a father. I want you to Google that and see the difference. But that's a difference. Anyone can be a father. It takes a man to be a dad. So she didn't know the difference. And when she became older, she started asking family members, because we didn't tell her at that moment. She started asking family members some questions. She started to detect it. She started to notice something. And she wouldn't come directly to me to ask me or come to her dad directly. But she started asking family, and some family and close relative who were with us, they started to tell her things that it was not their place for them to do. It was left with both her parents to do it. And that caused a little bit of rough in our family.
Yeah.
So when we sat her down and we told her, and she it was a big burden that also lifted up from us. That was when
Just last year.
last year. It was just last year she got to know, because she didn't even know until she started getting some sense of it, and some family members
Well, I
started
think it
making,
was family members
yes,
talking
talking.
that would slip up and say something, and then that's what made her, because she's very intelligent,
Very,
that's what
yeah,
made her start to question and want to know.
yes,
And she opened up a can of worms with a couple family members, and they disclosed a bunch of things to her that should have just come straight from us,
yes,
because parents ultimately should be the ones to have that talk.
yeah. So now she knows. Now she knows,
Now you know.
and now you guys know also. So we're gonna end it here, and we're gonna bring Sonia into the scene to hear her part. All she knows is both of us, and that's how it's gonna be. Because we, the one that pull off onto her, we the one that there for her and want to be there for her, and she's our beautiful baby girl, even with her age but troublesome,
Hard head.
hard head, strong like my mother. This girl is strong like my mother. We ended here, right?
I think so.
And a year for part two. If you have any questions, don't go in detail. This is something which is very raw to us right now. We're
Just keep
opening
it
it to you.
respectful.
Please keep it respectful, and we love you, and we'll continue to love you. And we will see you in our next video.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. She's not ready to be on camera, but she's surprised that she's Indian. She didn't know. So her daddy is trying to explain it to her.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Descendant.
So Native Americans were, how do you phrase it?
From long ago.
More of a they called them a red skin, a reddish tint to the skin. Okay, the Indian culture is more of a, almost like actually what you guys are.
She is, yeah.
Maybe a little bit lighter.
But there were tribes of Indians. Some of them they are very lighter skin. Some of them they are very dark skin. Her family they are lighter skin in it, not the dark black
Well, and
Indians.
you were speaking about
and they are
religious beliefs. What's
Hindus.
so?
Yes,
Typically,
if I can
that's
remember.
shown with a red dot. If you've ever seen pictures of people with a
Hindus.
red dot
It's
in the middle of their
Hindu.
forehead, yes,
Yeah, it's a dot.
but it's a symbol of the religion.
and that's what you are. You are Indian.
You're a Sonya.
You are half. No, half.
Let's clarify. You're a mix like me. Okay, we're mixed.
We are
It's
all
okay.
mixed, by the way.
Well, you just said you were Liberian. What you mixed with?
Yes, I'm totally African. Totally. Actually, we are all mixed, and you Indian. You mixed with what? German.
I've got German. I've got Russian. I've got Polish.
Russian.
Yes.
I've got English. I think that's it. No, I've got Native American in me too as well.
Yeah. Half Indian, half black.
What God make us to be?
One.
There you go.